Jan, welcome to Paris. Your first freestyle Grand Slam.
Yeah.
And how does this environment feel? It feels a little bit different from, let's say, other chess events. How is it for you?
Yeah, okay, the environment, especially the season, is better than, for example, Vacances. Yeah. Weather is fine, yeah, spring in Paris is adorable, of course. And like for me, it's more or less not really a tournament, but a vacation, because here you don't have to prepare, spend countless hours repeating the lines. And yeah, I think this is arguably the most hated thing in chess by all the chess professionals. The process of preparation. So here there is basically no preparation in classical understanding. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun, I think. Yeah.
Right. And overall, this tournament, 12 players, 2 last-minute changes. Did it surprise you?
I don't really care, so it did not affect me directly. So I wasn't replaced by anyone. Yeah, so I'm still here. I think it happens. Maybe 2 changes for one round-robin tournament is a little bit unusual for chess, but I don't think it's like the entirely first case in chess history. And I think somehow I think that both players, they wouldn't withdraw without some good reason. So I don't think that's something we have to focus at for too much.
And you are someone who really prepares hard in classical chess. Have you worked hard for this event as well? Have you prepared?
Well, it's good that I have such a reputation, yeah, because I don't prepare, let's say, as hard as I used before, like the World Championship matches, of course. But here, I mean, I tried to analyze some positions, like very random positions. Yeah, like, of course, what was my preparation? Made of, like, solved some puzzles. Yeah, like, tried to, solve some tactics, keep up the good shape. And regarding, like, the opening, I was, like, more focused on my principles, like how to develop pieces, which pieces, like, has the highest priority to develop, like... I mean, you can also try to be tactical in the opening, but you can also try to, let's say, go for some solid positional approach, yeah, and this is quite interesting. So the game surely has very similar, very close concepts to classical chess. But unfortunately, in some positions, okay, let's say in chess, the most natural reply is pawn into pawn, piece into piece, for example, e4, e5, yeah, or d4, d5. And here, in some positions, if you try to mimic your opponent, yeah, like the problem that you can quickly get into trouble. I mean, still, it's like very serious way to approach, yeah, like the opening to just mimic your opponent until you have no choice, yeah, until you have to do something else. But some positions, let's say after move 1, might have like plus 0.70, in case if black plays perfectly. And this is a little bit disturbing, but I guess we never know until in a very unlikely scenario you are familiar with the position, you analyzed it before. I mean, okay, of course, this can happen. So, for example, I expect Peter Leko to analyze all 59 positions. And he has like the fullest theoretical guide for Vincent, but yeah, I don't think anyone else can achieve the same. So, well, I still will try to stick to some concepts I managed to understand. But
there was one thing Fabi told us in the interview before that if a pawn move activates a bishop and queen, I think that's what you had mentioned too.
Yeah, I told this to Fabi. Maybe Fabi told this to you. Yes, now everyone knows it. But I guess like e4 and d4, both moves they serve the same goal. Yeah, like e4, like you go for the scholar's mate immediately. Yeah, like and d4 you go for London, which is also bad. Yeah.
Okay, Jan, we have a couple of segments that we've prepared. One is about nostalgia. There's some pictures from the past which you just look at, and if it evokes any memories in you, and you can share. So the first picture is this one.
Yeah.
It's a very, very iconic picture.
Yeah.
Because the more you and Magnus keep playing, everyone goes back to it. Could you tell us a bit about what memories you have?
Back then it wasn't so iconic, so I think that by the moment this tournament started, I was like 3 times European champion in my age, yeah, like 3 times in a row, and I think I also beat Magnus on my way for the 3rd title in the same year. So, and I can recall that Magnus badly wanted to draw against me with white, and he made a draw, and he was visibly happy. So, I mean, there were like some other favorites. I think Yuri Kuzubov was one of the biggest favorites, I guess, maybe someone else. Eventually it was a big shock for everyone when Magnus took the lead at some point, because I think he lost in the first round, and that's why his tiebreak was bad. So that's why actually I was first on the tiebreak. So he lost in the first round, and he won a bunch of games, and then in the last round he drew against Howell. That's why he hates Howell that much, till a day. And I think I won my game against. Would it be like Susilo Dinata? I think guy from Indonesia. I think he also became a grandmaster, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but I think the most I think I can recall about the day is that Magnus was like completely destroyed, like visibly emotionally, and let's say his dad insisted him to come and congratulate me, and this was like quite telling about his dad and Magnus as well. So this was really something I have as a main memory on that day.
Wow.
But let's say, winning another kids tournament. I mean, I wasn't.
Is it under 10 or
under 12? I guess. Under 12. So we under 10 and David and Drake are under 12 already. Yeah, they're visibly higher.
Yeah.
And this is Nguyen, and this guy I don't know, probably who finished 6th.
Mm-hmm.
But Nguyen also became quite a good grandmaster, from Vietnam.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm. And this is a very unknown picture actually. I saw it today. I mean, maybe it's very famous, but I hadn't seen it before. When was it? And
I think it was 2013, short before the World Cup in Tromsø. And I think it was like, partially it was Magnus' camp for their match with Vichy, and partially it was my, camp for their World Cup, which I got kicked out in the very first round by VE. Yeah, so one funny story that I think back when, I came with Dar Khairuddin, I actually also like from the same generation, 1990, also like very strong grandmaster, who worked as my second for many years as well. And I can recall he found like a very good idea in Rogozin. Back then it was like sort of not such a big revolution, but was surely worth trying. And we thought, like such a good idea, maybe Magnus can keep it for the match, complete novelty. And in the first round of the World Cup, Hammer was playing against Movsisyan, and of course he played it.
Oh my God!
Hammer Carlsen was there, so some shots towards Hammer, and of course he got like winning instantly, like whatever. Like after 2 moves, he was like plus 1.5 or something, and he didn't win and he drew. I'm not sure if he qualified or Movsisyan. But it was like, I liked his approach. So he took everything from his life, like whatever, every opportunity, you have to take it. So if you see the top tier preparation, just play it, Don't wait until, Magnus plays it in the match, never ever. Yeah, but I think the place, I think it's Kragerø, it's near Oslo, some nice place. Sometimes in Norway there is also warm, I think it's summertime.
And I really love this picture of yours.
Yeah.
You must be like 7 maybe? Or?
I think 7 or maybe, surely, definitely almost 8. And the thing that we went with my home city Bryansk with our team to some tournament, which was, in a way supported by Karpov. And we had like a lottery who plays whom, because I think it was Karpov, Igor Zaitsev, and someone else, some maybe international master were doing simuls at that day. And would it be like, let's say, my birthday present, because it was like close to my birthday present, due to my birthday in July, would I be just lucky? So I won in the lottery, I won Karpov game. And the fun thing that, back then, now Karpov, wishing him all the best health, because now he's feeling unwell. But already for many years he would like make first 3 moves and so on, and then someone else plays, Simon instead of him. But back then he had another strategy, so he would offer like a bunch of draws to guys who would be doing particularly well in the opening. And I think I played some Scandinavian, and as I was told later, he offers me a draw and I just made the move.
Oh.
But of course I didn't hear, because it was like big crowd, and I also didn't expect draw to be offered.
But even if you would have offered, maybe you would have played on,
I don't think so, honestly. But it ended up like there is another picture with me and Karpov after like, let's say, 3 hours game or something, because I think I finished last and they even like put the clock. So it was the very last game, and it was...
What had happened in that game?
He won eventually, but it was like quite a long end game, but clearly, even then he was a better end player than me.
Beautiful picture and a great story there. We had this one position of yours. Do you recollect this? It's actually a very unknown game of yours.
Can say
But-
Krishna, no?
No.
No?
You were black.
Yeah, you were black in this position, and it's from 2007.
And it's tough because it was played online back then. On Play Chess, which is now no longer too
Yeah.
many games happen there. So
Yeah. Well, if it's online, I have no idea. So why this game is remarkable? Should I have played it against Raphael?
no, it's not a remarkable game, but the moves that happen next are very good.
I mean, it should,
Like the sequence is
should
nice.
be like all the moves should be like forward, yeah, like attacking the king somehow.
Yes.
But I have no idea. I mean, okay, I was,
And-
interesting thing that then I would be checking my games from, let's say, 2010. And again, when I was already like close to 27 ELO, but I mean, I couldn't explain to myself why did I make this or that move, because my thinking process was completely different. So I was like relying heavily on some small tactics, and basically it was like only reason some small traps, small tricks, but somehow it worked. So now I don't play like this like for whatever, like 10 years. Okay, I'm kidding, but I mean, it was like I couldn't understand what's the idea behind this or that move. So just obviously here this is also uneasy to whatever, like 96. I don't know.
I think you played this against Hikaru,
Okay, this could be.
and you played this very nice move, Bishop A3.
Okay, Bishop E3 is also like asks to be played, but also 96 is. 96 maybe he just takes and plays Queen A1, Rook E1, yeah. Bishop E3, okay, like attacking on B2. So
Yeah,
what?
Queen C3, and then you played Knight B5.
Okay,
Maybe first Bishop B2.
yeah.
If Queen B2, there's
And
Rook C8.
yeah.
And after Bishop B2 had to move the Queen. I think he played Queen C4,
Yeah.
and already Rook F8, Bishop C6, Rook C6, Queen C6, BD4, and
okay.
you won that game.
Okay, but every move comes with a check, yeah. So that's somehow
It's not.
that's
well,
that's doable, especially when you're young and optimistic and you think that every attack will work. Yeah.
but it was very cool. Yeah,
But
this
Thank
now,
you.
after looking at this position, for example, would you for like a blitz game, would you consider Bishop A3?
Of course,
or-
no, of course. Bishop A3 is screaming for. I mean, it's asking for its help. But maybe I would check some like Knight B5, Knight whatever, Knight
Knight
E6.
B5
here's-
also should be good. Yeah.
Yeah, other moves should be also be good enough. Yeah.
Okay, this is my favorite move. That
Yeah.
I mean,
thank
you played
But
many great
It
moves.
doesn't really belong to me, you know. It belongs to Dubov. This move.
Oh, this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Which
it's
one,
his
but-
idea. The whole idea. The whole idea, and we were like, we played a team championship in Sochi, and shortly before this, we had some training camp of Russian team, and he showed me the idea. And I can recall I was surprised by the move, by my opponent's choice. So normally Sanan doesn't play, Sanan Sigurov, yeah, who I'm playing
You've
with.
played so many games with him. I was checking like many.
Yeah, of
many.
course, he's like 2 years younger, I think, than me. I can remember him well from even some youth championships. Yeah, so we never played each other back then. Maybe in some Kyushu tournament, Vanisomov Memorial, a couple of times, but also I'm not sure if we played more. Yeah, and okay, the idea is this Bishop H7 and H4.
H4, yes.
Yeah, he's nice.
Beautiful.
He's really nice. Yeah, but and we were like laughing like crazy. Okay, ha ha ha. Did this really work? I mean, insane. Yeah, I mean, imagine it worked.
Wow.
So now probably I play Bishop H7, King H7, H4 here. Yeah,
Yes, that's what.
that's the correct move order. Yeah, because if you start with H4, probably he can just.
Take Bishop F3. No, then.
No, and then I take on H7 as well. Probably he can play like Bishop H6, and
Yes.
if takes on H7, maybe now like King H8 with some compensation. Yeah. So I have to provoke his king to H7, yeah, to make the idea work. And somehow I wasn't sure I'm going to convert it that easily, but okay, somehow like a pawn is a pawn. It would be a great blow, like if I like fire such a great idea, which is not mine as well, yeah. But I was afraid like like Hammer, yeah. Much like Hammer. But, so someone else would play because there also were some girls at this camp, and I felt like I have some. It's my responsibility not to let this idea go in vain.
Yeah. And to end this today's interview, we have a few rapid fire questions.
Okay.
If you could just give your thoughts on it. If you had to choose an opponent for chess boxing,
Yeah, from the players who are playing here, whom would you choose?
Well, basically anyone. I think I'll beat anyone.
oh, everyone, yeah?
Anyone
of
and
course.
everyone.
I'm doing some boxing though.
Oh wow. maybe
just to stay fit.
maybe we should ask others who does not want to play against you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's super confidence.
And the second is, if at this point, if you had to choose an alternate career, what would you choose and why?
That's a tough question, honestly. Well, let's say like 15 years ago, I would say I'll try myself at an esports.
Yes.
But here, I think I will still like have 2 to 4 years to try to do something in chess. And if not this, probably I'll become a gardener.
Gardener.
Okay, I'm kidding. Yeah, okay, like look after grow some tomatoes at my home place here.
But with chess getting into esports, it's a dream, no? Now, like,
Well, I'm not
you
sure
play
if
chess and be
chess-
with an esports team.
Yes, that's good. And also, of course, you can always be like a coach, a commentator, like I don't know, whatever, a content creator. Everything can be like chess related. But to be honest, I doubt like if it would be like as exciting for me as like the World Championship title chase. So this is what like keeps me like here.
Going. And the fourth question, which phone app do you use the most?
Sadly, I think it's Hearthstone.
Oh, hard
The
shot.
game, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I used to play quite a bit before, but now whenever like I have a difficult task to kill time, like during taxi or something, like at a taxi ride, or waiting for my order in the restaurant.
Very interesting.
Hearthstone comes.
And the fifth question, like Freestyle Grand Slam is getting bigger every year. What is one thing about it that you like the most, and like one thing that you think you would like to change?
I think it's great that it exists. First of all, I think the thing I like most, and I mean it's really cool that Chess 960 or Freestyle, whatever you call it, are taken seriously. At least like now for a moment, and I hope the tradition continues. And well, I'm not sure. Like if I win a tournament, then okay, nothing has to be changed. Like, everything is fine. If I do poorly, then of course I will have a long list of why didn't I do it. So I will surely whine a lot. Okay, kidding.
Yeah.
But so far, I think it still looks like a very very closed club, like any other elite sporting event. And make it, let's say, more democratic, maybe by increasing the quantity of players, maybe like make it like double elimination, 16 players, KO system. So here, basically, it's like whatever top 5 or top 10 rating list, and then okay, someone qualifies and someone gets a wild card, which basically mimics any other top tier tournament, like whatever, like the Grand Chess Tour of previous editions, like the Norwich Chess, if it would be like 10 players, not 6, and so on. So I think this is like the main issue. But then you're trying to make some elite top tier chess event. Maybe this is surely the easiest way. Yeah, like take the rating list, like, and like step by step you go down, and that's how you invite players.
Right, and the final question for today: how would you like to be remembered as?
No, it's a very philosophical question.
Yes,
Well, as a good guy.
that's a very good answer.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Ian, for this amazing interview and some great answers.
Okay.
We are
And
very
good luck.
we enjoyed it and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.